Hey guys, so this is gonna be like a super quick video. Like I wanna talk about the darkness behind League of Legends as a company, right? You have to understand they are not in gaming industry. They are in eDrug manufacturing industry. Does that make sense? They're not really like there are a lot of games on the market, right? They're not a lot of games, much better than League. But what makes them distinctive, right? League matchmaking system, 4 times patented system, right? Yeah, so I made a video on this, and I mean you can see it for yourself, patented system, right? So what are they patenting, and what are they actually manufacturing? Right, they are trying to manufacture an eDrug that will get you hooked, and you have to remember that League needs a client base, a player base to function as a company. So somebody tells me, oh, what's the incentive? The incentive is there because their game cannot function without a player base. So the most secure way to guarantee that the product works is to figure out how to get people addicted and hooked to the game. And that is exactly what they're manufacturing. Make no mistake, they are not a gaming company. They are manufacturing a formula in an unregulated environment, which is internet. Right now, regulation on the internet is very light, little to no regulation. That's why you have crypto scammers, NFT scammers, people giving you financial advice by pumping and dumping stocks, because they can get away with it, right? They can create games that are so addicted that people can't quit it. It's so difficult for them to quit it. Like it's like drug. It is drugs, right? In a way, it is drugs, right? So you're gonna be like, yeah, but there is so much positive vibe about it, blah blah blah. Okay. So let's go again into the Nestl Scandal, where Nestl created a formula in a nutshell that made infants unable to drink mother's milk, so they got hooked on the Nestl product. Now that shit got banned in Western countries, most developed countries, because there was some form of regulation. So what did they do? They decided, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go and sell it in third world countries. Now, equally, like League of Legends, they had a lot of promotional material, right? But you can see in here, there's like this happy kids, get this formula to your kids to make them happy and healthy and blah blah blah, which later turned out to be what is now known as the baby killer, right? I'm not sure if this is the correct marketing for it, because it's been 1977, it's been like 50 years ago, so I doubt there were screenshots, and it turned out to be a scandal, so I doubt that there'll be any kind of like marketing material, because this stuff became illegal, right? But I just want you to draw the comparisons, right? The Nestle at that point knew exactly what the product was doing. They knew exactly, and the decision making from the executive board was to go and sell it in a third world country. Unfortunately, this is the drawbacks of capitalism, because in capitalism, capitalism rewards sociopaths, right? When you think about capitalism, it's just the more of a sociopath you are, the higher the odds of you becoming super ultra rich, right? Look at like Elizabeth Holmes, giga sociopath, youngest billionaire ever, super sociopath. FTX, Sam Bankman-Fried, and unbelievable level of like the guy can look at you in the eyes and he will convince you that he's not scamming you. Like that level of having so little morality and being able to be okay with it, that's mental illness. At this stage I can confidently say that's like mental, but in capitalism that's rewarded. That's why you see they will flood to systems where there is little to no regulation, so they can get away with, like in sociopath, kind of like, you have to understand how sociopaths think. They, like, some leaders are classic sociopaths because they think, okay, as long as I'm fine, I don't care about the rest of the world, right? And some of them, they have this like some kind of, I don't know how they justify their behavior, but they probably think that they've been chosen by God or some shit like that, and that suffering of other people is fine and justifiable because it's in their honor, right? So that's kind of like a sociopath in a nutshell, right? I'm not like a medical doctor, I can't really medically tell you exactly what it is, but most of the time when I look at those guys, like, that's kind of how they behave, right? And they take credit for everything. So that's what I'm saying, is that, like, I need you to think about it and draw the comparisons between League, right? Like, you see, they're kind of like, their marketing is about this fun, you know, come play with us, blah blah blah. Kind of like this stuff here as well, you know, make your baby happy, come buy our product. Do you know what I mean? It's very similar, right? Of course, that's 1977. They would have better graphics. This is 2023, so naturally, right? But you have to make no mistake what they're trying to accomplish. What are they patenting? Again, it's eDrugs, right? So in my mind, League is an eDrug. That's it, right? So I hope you understand why I'm trying to warn you and tell you, like, the reality, the dark truth behind this game. Because just like these people, you just disappear somewhere. Sometimes you're in ecstasy, sometimes you're in rage, you get this massive flow of chemicals in your head. Very similar to this stuff here, and you just wake up and then you can't do anything other than this thing. Like, most people who I speak to, they report that I can't do anything other than League of Legends. I can't play other games, I can't do any other tasks. Nothing is interesting except for League of Legends. Because if you ask an addict, like hardcore addict, that's what they're gonna tell you. They're just like, they can't do anything because other than this, nothing exists. So I'm just kind of warning you about the danger about League of Legends. So take care. Bye bye.